Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This is my bullet journal. I've been bullet journaling for I think a couple of years now, and I really love it. It's a lot of fun. It helps me stay organized, and this channel is just going to go through some strategies around how I use and set up my bullet journal. I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel like I might figure it out as I go along. But I think for this video, we're going to go through two spreads. This is just something you'll be able to do with a pen and paper, so nothing as complicated as this. We're gonna start out with just a monthly spread where we'll put together a calendar and then a timeline just so you can have like a monthly overview of what's coming up. And we're also going to do a weekly setup, which will look something like this. And I have some extra stickers and markers to highlight things, but what we're going to use is just a simple pen and paper, and a ruler if you have one. So let's get started. Okay, so the only tools I'm really going to use is a pen, and this is a 0.5 pen from Muji, and I really like this pen. It's readily available, but I think any fine medium pen will do, and then a ruler is optional, but it makes things a little bit easier. And as you can see, I have a new notebook here, and that is because my book is almost done and I need to transfer some of the spreads. So here's the example of February that we're going to do, and yeah. So we are going to get started with just the monthly spread. And what I like to do is, I know a lot of people count the dots and they have, I took off the nail because it was kind of distracting. Okay, I know a lot of people have, the grids where they count the dots, and they number them, but I can never remember the numbers for the life of me. So I just kind of honestly just like use a ruler. Like it's just much easier. And so I take a look at this. It's 13 times 2 because all the dots are 5 millimeters apart, so there's 26 dots, and there's 7 days in a week. So I think the highest number we can get up to is 21. So we're going to have 7 times 3. So that is 21, and then divided by 2 is 10.5. So our calendar is going to be this long, and I'm just like seeing and positioning it to see where the middle is at, and I could put it here or here. I'm just marking it with my hand so I kind of know where it's going. I think this might look better, but it doesn't really matter. And so I think you can do this 2 different ways. You could use a ruler and just draw straight across, but I personally really like the hand-drawn look. So I'm just gonna kind of like freehand it, and I've just like marked where this kind of goes. I'm just gonna freehand that line. And it doesn't have to be super straight, but I find that if you drag your entire arm instead of using just your wrist or your fingers, you tend to get a lot straighter of a line. And then for the across, I like 5 dots because it gives us a little bit of space at the bottom to write the month and the year. So 5 by I think let's see, I think for March 1 2 3 4 5 6, it's 6. So how many 17, so that's 34. It's 34. Maybe we'll do by 4, because then that will still, I think, 1, if it's 4, then it's 2 centimeters. 2 centimeters times 6 is 20. So it'll be up to here, and I feel like that's like enough space. Yeah, that should be enough. So I'm just gonna like mark it. I know you can count it later, but I'm very bad at counting, so I'm gonna mark it. And then draw all the way down for your grid. And that gives us a grid size as well as several markings for where we would go. And then I'm gonna just speed up the rest of this video and draw in the rest of the grid. Okay, there we go. We have our grid. And now I'm going to go put in the dates. And I'm just looking at a calendar while I do this. Okay. Oh, also I use a Monday start. Oh man, I don't know why my voice sounds so weird. Okay, I think I'm trying to like replicate a lot of the bullet journalers that I know, and they all have very soothing voices. But I actually feel like that's not really me. Okay, I am going to continue and hopefully sound more like myself. So I'm gonna do a 3-letter for the month, and basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get trying to center my letters. And I'm going to start on the 3rd line, and then 13 divided by 2 is 16.5. So that's going to be our middle. April, I think APR, that's going to be a P. And then leading into that will be an A. And then leading out of that will be an R. And then I'm just gonna connect it to the edge of the page. And then we're just going to write 2025. I've tried doing this connecting thing with letters, with numbers, but it never really works as well, I feel like. So I'm going to, that's the middle, and then 20, 25 to here. Okay, and then on the other side, we're just going to write the numbers from 1 to 31, because there's 31 days in March. Wow, what a surprise. Nobody could have predicted that. Okay, and then after that, I'm just gonna use the bottom section, what's left of this, as notes. So am I gonna center? No, don't know. I think I wanna, like, what do you call it? Left align it. So, and and if you find the cursive part difficult, honestly, you could just write like notes. Like, I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Like, it's still gonna function. You don't even have to write notes if you don't want to. Just leave it blank. And I think it'll probably look fine and work fine. And then I'm gonna go from the top. Okay, cool. Finish up the notes. And that is our first monthly spread. I think this looks really nice. It was relatively simple to do. It's very functional in that you can write all of your events here. And what I like to do with the monthly is just to like have very brief highlights. So if I'm meeting friends, I'll have like a highlight and then a color and then more details on this side. And then we're gonna try a weekly spread, and we will do I think starting from the 3rd maybe. And let's see. So what this divided in half. I think so. Start here, and that'll be. Oh no! Oh, I fucked up. Oh fuck. Okay. The middle will be 6.5, so it'll be here. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. We have whiteout. Let me go find my whiteout. Where do my whiteout go? Okay. Okay, we have whiteout. We can fix this. Okay. I think one of the things that I learned about bullet journaling is that it's really important for me to accept imperfections. And I think one of the things that held me back from trying to be more artistic and being, I guess, like more free with my bullet journaling was this idea that oh, like I want to make an aesthetic spread like how everyone has it on like Instagram or on YouTube. And I think that was really counterproductive. I think at the end of the day, your journal is what you make of it. And I think that as long as you're happy with it, like, who cares how it looks? This is how I do my journal. You don't have to do your journal this way. I'm making rounded corners. So basically what I did this was divide that by 2. And like, you know, whatever. I think that everybody has their own style. I am just, so let me measure this first before I continue chatting. I like the style. I think I've used this like, I know exclusively use this layout. I know some journalers change their layouts every single week, and it just doesn't work for me. And I think, like, part of journaling is, sorry, let me move the ruler, is kind of like figuring out what works for you, and that unfortunately kind of involves a lot of trial and error, but like that's also part of the process. Yeah, I think it's really important to remember that a lot of the content that you see on the internet is like people posting their finished products, and you know, that's also what I do. Like, I've been journaling for a pretty long time before I felt like comfortable even sharing with my friends, and I still don't really feel like my journaling is all that impressive, but I'm really trying to internalize this feeling that it's not about being impressive, it's about making my journals work for me, and not only that, but enjoying the process, taking joy in the process of setting it up and using it, because at the end of the day, like, that's why I do it, because I enjoy it. And if I'm being super stressed or feel like I need to achieve this goal, then it's not working for me. Okay, so 6 centimeters, just measuring this out. So yeah, I think it's really important that your journaling works for you. I don't think that you should pressure yourself to do it any certain way, because I don't know, at least that's not like what journaling is about for me. I think journaling has been helpful in a lot of ways, but what's helpful for one person might not be helpful for another. And even as I'm thinking about like whether or not these sort of things have been helpful for me in the past, I think as my mindset has shifted, different things has become helpful in different ways. And so I think a lot more about how I want to change things so that my journaling works for me. Yeah. Whoops. So I'm leaving the top link because I want to write the names of the dates later. Kind of went over there. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way, but if it does, we still have whiteout. And I think that's important to remember. I think for a really long time, I was very, very anxious as a person because I thought I had this immense pressure internally, maybe externally, because if you know, Asian parents. But I think eventually you learn that most mistakes can be corrected. And now I'm just gonna fill in with the dates, and once again, you can just write it out as a block. I'm going to do it the loopy way so we can connect it to the edge. And I'm just doing it that way because I like it aesthetically, but you know, you don't have to. You just draw boxes and put it inside however you like. So Monday, Tuesday, and I'm shortening the letters to, shortening the names of the weeks to 3 letters because I think it makes it look more uniform. And you can see our corners are not the same rounded, and that is okay. If it sounds like I'm trying to convince both you and me of that fact, it is because it's true. I think if you have a tendency towards perfectionism, it is hard to manage, and I think I don't know, I'm still like trying to do it every day, but I think it does get better. I think I'm not as stressed out as before about the little details, and I think a lot of that mostly has to do with just doing these things and then, you know, having things go wrong because inevitably something will go wrong. But then realizing that even when things do go wrong, you kind of figure it out. And that Friday looks kind of wonky, but we will just ignore that. What comes after Friday? Saturday. Saturday comes after Friday, and then it's Sunday. Okay. And then the last day, Sunday. And we're okay. I think we're gonna be okay. I don't think that mistake from before cost us anything, but even if it did, we can just pull out our handy dandy whiteout. And then the last box, I'm just gonna label it free. So this the middle. And then there's 2 E's. So basically the ruler is just helping me space out the letters. And there's our weekly spread. Sometimes I like to put the numbers down here, sometimes I like to put the numbers up there. Really depends on my mood. And yeah, hopefully that was helpful. Sorry about the shadows casting. Hopefully I will figure out a better setup as time goes on. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this inspires you to set up your own, whether it looks like this or it looks different. It doesn't matter as long as it works for you. Oh, right, the last thing I should say is like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you later.